Good morning, everybody. My name is Jim Kiblinger. I'm one of the assistant principals at Northeast High School, and have our team introduce themselves as we go across.
Good morning. My name is Gina Kirkwood. I'm one of the guidance counselors at Northeast High School.
Hi, I'm Ryan Taylor. I teach world history and marketing at Northeast High School.
And the stars of our show.
Hi, I'm a junior at Northeast High School. My name is Shamaria Smith.
My name is Cameron Collier.
When we got the introduction to the Career Awareness Leadership Forum, it's something we'd been looking at Northeast High School. And actually, about 5 years ago, we had a shirt that we had put out. Our principal at the time, Mr. Kevin Hendrick, had put out a career and college readiness. And it's something that with that college and career readiness is so important to have that connection with that post-secondary. So still trying to make those connections where students are at. My first year here, I remember being at the summer graduation, and a student that we had worked to get him to graduate. He was excited. He came up, big hugs afterwards, and he said, "Now what?" I'm like, oh. And it just kind of turned my stomach that here we are in August, and he's now like, "Now what?" Well, we got all of your credits, we got your GPA, everything's up. He didn't know what the next step was. So it's been this connection of trying to have our classrooms and our leadership trying to get them into that industry certification along with where they want to be in college. Our two guests that we're going to have here today, our two students, are going to be talking about what they thought from the Duke Energy presentation, but also the fact that as they were talking about what they're going into with the IT program and with the AOF, they're actually kind of branching off from there. So they're trying to get their feet wet with what they want to do, but still with the basis of that foundation. We actually got very excited about the Ready to Work certificate that they put out this year, and we have that started already with our AOF and our AOIT. We did the webinar so we can get that started with those academy projects to have that certification for our students as they go through. And Mr. Taylor actually got going with the Business Internet Associate certificate and took his test for that so that he can do that with all of our OJT. So we're trying to get that connection from the classroom and that junior and senior year to get that internship to then step out to have some idea of what they want to do to get that experience, not only for them as a job, but also for the employers to see what they're getting and what they may have to roll back with us.
Okay, so Mr. Kiblinger mentioned the academies that we're both in. So within AOF, one of the first things that we study is how to develop an outstanding resume and develop interviewing skills. So that's what our presentation is kind of focused on, the do's and don'ts of an interview and how to have a successful one to make a lasting impression. So let's get started. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I have exhausted the YouTube videos and the WikiHow articles about finding a perfect career for me. And quite frankly, they're all kind of repetitive. Go into college, find a major, and quite frankly, as high schoolers in 2019, we don't have to go straight into college or into the military. There's so many different industries today that we see every day, like Duke Energy, and there's so many different facets within it. So finding a career doesn't have to be limited. You can go straight out of high school, you can pursue the military or college. Those are great options, but there's numerous things that we can do straight out of high school.
So, like Shamaria said, there are so many jobs that are overlooked coming out of high school. You know, everyone sees a traditional route of going to a four-year college and having the college experience, and it's a I have to, or maybe like I failed. But these are some of the jobs that we were introduced to throughout the past couple weeks meeting here together, such as a power plant operator, line technicians, project managers, engineer, technologists, lawyers, and communications, etc. One of the things that really stood out to me personally was the everyone we got to speak to, the panels, and in the speed dating. Everyone loved their job. I didn't meet one person who sounded like miserable. It sounded like everyone didn't really work. They were just living their life. You know, they always say like if you love your job, you never work a day in your life. I'm sure that's not applicable to all days, but yeah. So that really stood out to me as how they came from all walks of life, whether it was university, the military, or just straight out of high school and going through on-job training, and becoming passionate about what they do. So that was very important to me. So this is the main focus of everything we've been talking about, and kind of our opportunity to get the message across to our school. So the Summer Career Acceleration Program, will allow students to prepare themselves for the workforce. That is the ultimate goal. You will be allowed to choose between industry certifications and also complete a summer internship and get paid through a grant. And through this, you will learn skills that are applicable to the real world one day in the workforce. You'll work 20 hours a week, and on your industry certifications, Monday through Thursday. Then there's 2 different times you can do that. And this program it says there it's for students who are seeking work directly out of high school, but also who just want to get an idea of what they want to do with their life after high school. And yeah, it's an awesome opportunity to get it through to our students. And at our high school, we plan on recording our presentation and posting on YouTube and posting on social media and getting the news out there as best as possible. So.
Okay, so one of the main things that I took out from this was that even if you're the smartest person in the room, if you can't communicate, if you don't listen, then those skills kind of go right out the window. So I'd like to mention the value of personality and character within any company, but especially Duke Energy, since safety is really valued. So when we were here, we asked a lot of the different employers what were some of the qualities and traits they looked in employees. And the main thing that we got was transferable skills. So transferable skills are the skills that you can implement into any role or occupation. And the number 1 was communication. So communication goes 2 ways, being able to articulate whatever it is that you need or want, especially asking for help, and also listening. So you need to be able to understand what people are asking from you. The second one was troubleshooting skills. So this leads into problem solving. Before you can solve a problem, you have to know where it originated from. So troubleshooting skills are like finding the source and diagnosing the origin of a problem. And then work ethic. So are you willing to work the shifts that people aren't really willing to work, or do the jobs that other people don't really want to do, and just putting in that effort and that extra work. Competence. So are you willing to do the things without guidance? Do you need somebody to sit there and guide you, or are you just kind of going to do it yourself? Obviously, it's important to ask for help, but having kind of self-reliance is really important. Second, being a team player. So are you willing to work on a team? Some of us prefer to work by ourselves, but it's still really important to be able to work with people, articulating what you need, and just relying on your team because they're there to help you. And a willingness to learn and actively participate. So do you have that interest within a given company, showing the enthusiasm that you want to work and that you're here to learn and participate? So yeah, be there, be present.
So like she said, the transferable skills, your interview is your opportunity to display your intangible skills and those important skills that will be used in the workplace. So you want to make a good impression, and show that you are professional and that you are going to get the job and do the job and do it well. So this is my favorite part of the presentation. We have a video that is posted on YouTube. I'm sharing it like crazy. It's like really funny. I love it. So yeah, if you want to just click on that link right there.
Welcome.
What's up?
Well, sir, did you bring a copy of your resume?
No, but I could, tell you about it if you want.
No, that won't be necessary.
Alright. Yo.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Sorry, man.
That's important. Yes. Well, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I will definitely be the best Call of Duty player ever in 5 years. There's no doubt about that. I'm pretty ambitious, and I'm gonna put in the time and the work. I'm gonna grind it out. So yeah, like my mom said, I can live here for a while. So I'll probably stay here. Just chill. It's free. My mom makes really good food too.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Very nice to meet you.
Very nice. So, did you bring a copy of your resume?
Yes, I did.
Ooh. This is you? Yeah, that's a lot of volunteer hours.
Yes, I like to volunteer at our local animal and homeless shelters, and I read a lot of poetry.
It's incredible. So, what do you like to do in your free time?
If I'm not volunteering, then I did work at a medical firm for an internship. I'm also in a book club. I'm really interested in reading old literature.
Oh my God, that is so amazing. And where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
In 5 years, I hope to be about a year away from taking my MBA, living somewhere in Seattle or near Seattle, and pursuing my medical career.
That's excellent. And your resume. Oh my God.
Thank you so much. Very nice to meet you.
Roger, guys.
So that'll be used to show to our students at Northeast High School and kind of give them an idea of what not to do. And that was me in the first part of the video, and that was her doing a much better job, and I think she's more likely to get that position. But yeah, so I've been sharing that, posting on social media. I think we are at like 10 views now, so we're getting up there. So I think I got like 2 subscribers. So yeah, it's definitely going to use that and try and get the point across how important it is to show your skills and those intangibles that really set you apart from the rest of the crowd, no matter what your resume looks like. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody, especially Mariana and Isabel for making this all possible. Definitely wouldn't be as awesome without you guys. So and all the other representatives that made this possible. It was a great learning experience for me, and I'm really excited to spread it throughout the school. So
We'd also like to give a special thank you to Gail Quigley. She monitored our Dream Team. So yeah, we're really appreciative of you. Thank you, guys.
Yep, and thank you. We do want to just close by saying that this is something we're trying to get across all the curriculum right now. We have it in for our academies. We have it in for our OJT. We're going to be looking at it for our TAs as well. So we definitely want to get in the ready to work to get that certificate across the board, but then also trying to get any industry certification that we can promote the students, but especially the Business Internet Associate, and trying to get that one in there too as well. But thank you. We want to thank Duke Energy. Incredible with your time and attention that you've given us. Miss Leslie, thank you for all the work and getting us going, and with Dr. Grego and Mr. Hendrick. Thank you.